guys, so today we are going to be picking some herbs and things out of the field. We're getting ready to cut this for hay, and I'm going to come out here and get all these purple clover heads. If you've never had purple clover or red clover tea before, it is really a sweet floral tasting tea. It's really good for you. You can mix it in with just about anything else, you know, chamomile, lemon balm, just about any of the other herbs. I can't think of any that it doesn't go with. But it's also a female-friendly tea because it is a hormone balancer for the female body. And when horses eat a lot of this, they'll start to slobber. So it does also increase your mucus production as well. Very easy to identify because of the big purple heads. The only thing I would caution against is they grow prolifically around the roadways and stuff like that, but most road departments spray their roadsides, so I wouldn't pick from the roadside. I would go on into you know, your yard or a field or the woods or something like that to get your red clover, your purple clover. Everything on the purple clover is edible, the stems and everything else. You can put it in your salad. It makes a really nice addition to your salad. I just give it a quick wash, pat it dry, and then put it on the dehydrator. I do mine on a low setting. I have a fairly cheap one, a dehydrator that is. I put it on a low setting and let it dehydrate for about 12 to 18 hours or so. When you are picking these, you want to make sure you watch what you're doing because you might pick up a bee. They make really good honey. The bees do. So this is one easy way to get started if you're thinking about getting started in herbs and growing your own teas and things like that. You can actually buy this seed. I don't know if all the seed companies carry it, but I do know that rareseed.com does carry it. One of the main ingredients I put in my nourishing tea for the female body blend, and it's free. I get it right out here in my front field. It smells so good. There's so much good stuff in this field. The horses are on a very good diet. Okay, I think that'll be one good tray in my dehydrator, and I'm going to go and pick a few more things. So this is in the mint family, the lemon balm is, and so is the bee balm. Mint grows in nice, cool, damp areas. So back here on the back side of the house, we only get the evening sun, a little bit of morning sun, but usually evening sun. And up against the house, between the sidewalk and the house, it's really, really, it just stays cool and damp and things like that. So for this, I am just going to give it a haircut, basically. And I will take the stems off, or the leaves off, when I get in the house and put it on the dehydrator. But this makes it easier to wash. When they're on the stem, I can just run it under some good water and check for any bugs or any kind of, like bug poop or something like that that's on it. And lemon balm is known for its jagged edges. Its leaves have kind of pointed shape, but it's jagged edges. It also has the veins on the back, and it has a square stem. I don't know if you can see that. So it also has the square stem. Can you see that? And then it also has a lemony flavor. It's got a little bit of fuzz on the leaves. You can eat this in your salads. You can dry it and make a tea. It's also a medicinal herb. Lemon balm helps boost your immunity. It helps with cough, colds, and runny noses, and things like that. It's just really good to have around, and it also gives that burst of a fresh lemony scent or lemony taste to it. When I dehydrate herbs, I only do one leaf at a time so that I know what it is, and one flower at a time so I can make sure that I know what I'm got on there. I don't want to put like any paper in there. I don't think it would get hot enough to catch on fire, but it could. So I just do one leaf at a time and one flower at a time, and this here should be enough to fill up my dehydrator. So I'm going to call it quits for the day and go put them on the dehydrator. So when you're rinsing off the lemon balm, I just do it under running water. Get them all good. Look them over for any kind of bug residue or bird residue or anything like that. And then I just wrap them up in a towel. Just like you would if you was putting fresh herbs in the refrigerator or something like that. I just put them in here, give them a little squeeze. And then I'm gonna go get my dehydrator racks and get them loaded up. Okay, so when we are going to pull these off the stem, all you do is grab that little piece right there and oops, and run your hand down it. I don't know why I was having such an issue with that. And just run them down. Guess I was trying to do it too slow. So it kind of went into a couple of stalks. There we go. And you can eat the stalk, or not eat the stalks. You can make tea out of the stalks. You can't eat it. I don't know why you would, but you can. It's edible, safe. But it takes them longer to dry than the leaves do. It smells so fresh and clean in here. Oh, you can use these too to make cleaning products. So like if you have if you want to make your own at-home multi-purpose cleaner, you can take several of these bunches and put it in a jar with some vinegar in it and let it soak for a couple of days, and then remove the leaves and then put the vinegar solution into vinegar water solution into a squirt bottle, and you'll have a multi-purpose cleaner that smells like lemon. You can put this in potpourri. Soaps, if you want to make your own soaps. I just put a thin layer on each tray, just like that. And then get the next one. Okay, we can get all these on 2 sheets or trays or whatever. So I have put them back in the basket, let them drain on the towel. And then just scatter these out pretty loosely. You don't want them too, because they're wet, they're going to take longer to dehydrate. So you just want to scatter them. Give them plenty of room so that air gets all around them. We got plenty of trays. So on mine, you just hit the start button or the on button, hit the time button, and I'm going to do 18 hours. I'm going to do the temp, and I'm going to increase the temp to 110, and then turn it on. So this will go for 18 hours. I'll check it then, and if it's still any kind of moisture whatsoever, then I will put it back in for another 6 or so at 110 degrees. Most of my herbs I do dehydrate at 110 degrees, and then I let them cool completely, check them for moisture a second time, and then before I put them in the jars, and then jar them up and put a lid on them, and you can use them right away, or you can store them for later, or however you want to do it. So this is what the red clover is going to look like when it's done. This is some I've already had done. You can see the blossoms and some of the leaves. Like that. But it is Can you hear it? It's crunchy dry. No moisture at all. In fact, this has been downstairs in my pantry since last summer, and no mold or anything. Always check your stuff for mold. I did have some white clover one time. I didn't get completely dry and it molded. It broke my heart, but it molded. This is what your lemon balm is going to look like. And you don't need fancy labels or anything. You can just write with a Sharpie right on your mason jars, and it scrubs off real easy with a, you know, one of them sponges with the scouring pad on the back. But also your Parmesan cheese lids, save those because they fit perfectly on here. And then you can just stick your spoon in there and get you out some lemon balm. It smells so good. Wish you could smell it. So once this is done and it's nice and good and crunchy, then I'm going to put it in the food processor and fill the rest of this jar up, start a new jar of the red clover, and that'll be the first time that I've processed my herbs for tea this year so far. So let me know if you have any questions. Also, when you're out in the fields, have a book or a phone app or something like that you can really identify your herbs and stuff that you find out in the fields or the woods or anything. A lot of things have a look-alike to where it's hard to tell if it's this one or that one, and sometimes the look-alikes are poisonous, so be careful with that. I use Plant ID on my phone, and then when I bring it home, if I had to identify, if I didn't know it for sure, then I also have my tea book that shows me pictures and descriptions and things like that help me identify the plant correctly. So I guess that's it. I'll see y'all next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.